The jungle slept beneath a deep blue sky. Crickets sang, fireflies drifted, and soft mist curled around silent trees. Leaves shimmered in the starlight, shadows swayed gently, yet it felt emptier than usual. Rilo lay wide awake in his leafy bed, staring at the sky through swaying branches. He turned over, sighed softly, and frowned. Something felt different tonight. Something bright was missing from the jungle sky. He sat up and blinked. The stars were twinkling as always, but the big glowing moon that usually watched over the jungle was nowhere to be seen. Where did it go? Rilo wondered out loud. Without the moon, the jungle felt incomplete. Rilo's curiosity sparked. He rose from his bed of leaves and padded softly into the night. Rilo yawned and rubbed his eyes. He peered between tall trees, hoping the moon might be hiding behind them. But all he saw was darkness and mist drifting low to the ground. Then something caught his eye. A deep, wide footprint pressed into the damp earth beside a patch of glowing mushrooms. "Whoa!" Rilo exclaimed. "Who made that?" He followed the trail, each footprint bigger than his own. The footprints led down a winding path through vines and roots, glistening faintly under the starlight. Rilo followed the footprints deeper into the jungle. A family of toucans snoozed under wide banana leaves, feathers puffed and colorful even in the moonless dark. Their soft snores sounded like tiny whistles. He tiptoed past a family of monkeys curled up, sleeping in their leafy nests high in the branches. One tail dangled lazily, swaying with the breeze as they dreamed of swinging through the trees. Down by a puddle, a group of frogs rested on floating lily pads, throats rising and falling in slow rhythm. The air smelled of wet earth and night flowers, and the jungle seemed to hum in its sleep. A soft hoo-hoo made Rilo pause. Perched high on a branch, Orion the owl blinked his golden eyes, feathers ruffling in the breeze. "Big footprints, huh?" Orion said. "Be careful, Rilo." Soon after, he met a gentle sloth peeking out from behind a tree. "Psst," Rilo said. "Did you see who made these prints?" The sloth nodded slowly. "I saw a huge shadow pass this way, moving toward the river." Then it yawned and disappeared back into the trees. Rilo gulped, but kept walking. The footprints were getting fresher now, pressed deep in the muddy ground. He could hear the faint sound of water ahead. He was getting close. Rilo crouched behind a clump of tall bushes, parting the leaves just enough to peek through. The trail ended at the riverbank, where ripples shimmered faintly and fireflies drifted like tiny lanterns above the dark water. Then he saw it, a massive shape, gray and still, standing beside the water. A rhino, broad as a boulder, its horn glinting faintly in the starlight. The rhino turned its head slowly. A deep, gentle voice rolled through the quiet air. "Well now, who's hiding over there?" Rilo stepped out nervously. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sneak up. I was just looking for the moon. Did you take it?" The rhino's laugh was low and warm, like distant thunder. "No, little one," he said. "The moon hasn't gone anywhere. It's just resting behind the clouds." Rilo felt safer now. "Resting?" he said. The rhino nodded. "Even the moon needs a blanket sometimes. Clouds keep it cozy until it's ready to shine again." Together they sat by the river, watching the sky as fireflies blinked around them. At last, the clouds began to part. A silver glow spilled over the trees and danced across the water. "There it is!" Rilo cried. "The moon's back!" The rhino smiled. "See? It never left. You just had to wait." Rilo yawned and stretched, his eyes heavy but happy. "Good night, Mr. Rhino," he murmured softly. He followed the moonlit path back through the quiet jungle to his leafy bed. Rilo lay back on his soft leafy bed, the jungle wrapped in silver light. The moon shimmered above, calm and bright, like an old friend smiling down. The moon never truly leaves. It just hides so we can miss it, Rilo said as he dozed off to sleep. Ready for Rilo's quiz? Let's dive in and see what you remember from tonight's adventure. Question 1. What was missing from the jungle sky? Give it a try. Picture it in your mind. Yes, the moon was missing. Fantastic job! Question 2. Who did Rilo meet by the river at the end of his journey? Take your best guess. Think back to the quiet riverbank. That's right! He met the big, gentle rhino. Well done! Question 3. Where was the moon hiding all along? What do you think? Can you remember what the rhino said? Yes, it was resting behind the clouds. You got it! And now it's time for a fun and amazing fact. Did you know that the moon doesn't shine by itself? It looks bright because it reflects the sunlight. When clouds cover it, the light gets hidden, just like when you pull a blanket over a lamp. Isn't that awesome? Thanks for joining Rilo's moonlit adventure today, explorers. See you next time for more jungle wonders. Until then, keep watching the skies, keep wondering, and keep being curious.